Do you ever feel frustrated when you memorize new vocabulary, a new word, a new phrase, but then you forget them the next day or maybe the same day? Don't worry. Today I will give you these tricks so you can memorize new vocabulary in English and never forget it. So pay attention. The first thing you have to do if you want to memorize new vocabulary is use new words in sentences. But what is this? If you learn a new word, like for example pizza, then you have to use it immediately in a sentence because it helps you make the connection to a real sentence. So that's really important. So if I learned the word pizza, then I will create a sentence like, I like pizza. I like pizza. Or I don't like pizza. Or I hate pizza. Or pizza is my favorite food. Or that is a pizza. Or yesterday I ate pizza. So any sentence, but use the new word in a sentence. And if it's possible, in a real life sentence. What is a real life sentence? It's a sentence about your life. So I'm sure you know what pizza is. Maybe you like pizza. That can be true or not. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you never eat pizza. Then say it. I never eat pizza. My family likes pizza. So that is the idea. Immediately, at the moment you learn a new word, use it in a sentence. Another word, for example, can be computer. I bought a new computer yesterday. I like that computer. Computers are important for my work. Any sentence, but use that word or phrase that you have learned to create sentences. That is the best way to memorize vocabulary. Second, connect words to pictures. But teacher, pictures, I don't have pictures. So for example, if you learn the word beach, you know what beach is, then you connect it with pictures. But what pictures? It is not necessary to have pictures, real pictures of different beaches. You can imagine, you can create mental pictures with the word. So you just create the mental picture and say, okay, the beach is sunny, the beach is in front of my apartment if you live in front of the beach. The beach is beautiful. There are a lot of people in the beach. There are many animals on the beach. Okay, so that is the idea. Create not only sentences, but mental pictures, all right? Now, if you have a real pictures, of course, that's much better. You can go to internet and download the picture of the new word and then start describing what you see about that word. Okay, so that works really well. Number 3, group words by themes. This is something that was very useful for me when I was learning English many years ago, like 18 years ago. And for example, if you want to learn vocabulary about food, then you group, right, the words all related to food. So what is this? For example, food, pizza, spaghetti, fruits, vegetables, fish, chicken, different kind of food, but that is only a group. Then with this group, you can create sentences or mental pictures just by groups. It focuses on concentrate in only one group of words. For example, if you want to learn vocabulary about business, then focus on vocabulary about business. Budget, money, presentations, project, all the vocabulary related to it. So it works, for example, when if you're going to have an interview, a job interview, then just go, if you're going to have an interview about, I don't know, engineering, then search vocabulary about engineering and memorize it. Okay, just that group, no more. And then once you finish, then you can go with another group. For example, here you're memorizing food vocabulary. Once you finish, you can continue with family vocabulary and so on. So that is the idea. It works much better, all right? Number 4, repeat words out loud. This is very important because when you hear yourself, when you listen to yourself speaking, then you can realize how you're pronouncing the word. And I don't know why, but the word sticks to your vocabulary faster, right? For example, if you learn the word beautiful, then say it, beautiful. Or if you see a beautiful woman there, that woman is beautiful, say it out loud. Not too much, of course, just to yourself. Now, if you're in your home, then you can scream if you want, but you can shout if you want. But beautiful, for example, my cat is beautiful. My laptop is beautiful. Oh, what a beautiful house I have. But say it out loud. It helps a lot, believe me. Number 5, use memory tricks. What are tricks, teacher? There is no one specific trick, but I use, for example, and I'm going to give you the trick that I used to use in the past. For example, if you learn the word big, then associate big with other word or just the first letter. For example, big it starts with B, so I will learn words with B. Like beautiful, for example, like bathroom, for example, like beach, for example. Okay, so, or you can create another trick is create funny sentences with the word, right? Big. My belly is big, or I have a big belly. Then you can memorize the word because you're associating it to a funny sentence, right? So that is tricks. Choose the trick that you want. I like, for example, associating the first letter or create funny sentences. If you have another trick to memorize the word, then use it. And please write it on the comments to know so the rest of the people, of the students, can know what that trick is. Number 6, play word games. This is something amazing nowadays because we have a lot of word games online. It is not necessary to go with crossword puzzles on the newspaper or find it on internet, download it, print it, and do it. No, now you can go online and do it. Just Google, okay, go on internet and search crossword puzzle. And you will find a lot of crossword puzzle. Now you can find it word games with specific topics like food, for example. So you put word games about food, word games about business, word games about medicine. Okay, so just search. I mean, there is a lot of information there. I used to learn with this, but in the time I learned many years ago, there wasn't much information. There wasn't many websites about this, but nowadays there are a lot, believe me, a lot of websites. You can go in for free, you don't have to pay anything, and you can practice that vocabulary to memorize it better. I like it because it's fun. I mean, for me, funny games, funny things works very well to memorize the word. So it depends on you. Give it a try. Number 7, practice writing stories. One of my favorites too. I love writing stories. I consider myself like a curious person, a little crazy. So I like creating funny stories or crazy stories about everything. So if you're learning new vocabulary, for example, you want to learn the word sun. But the good thing here is that you can mix the vocabulary. I mean, not only one word, you can mix a lot of words, not too many, but I will say 5 to 10 words, new words, and create a story about this. For example, if you want to learn the words sun, woman, and cat, you can create a story. I was walking on the beach when suddenly I saw a beautiful woman and she was just sitting there and she was relaxing and enjoying the sun. These stories are awesome because you not only use the new vocabulary, but it gives you the opportunity to express your creativity. You have to be creative if you want to learn a new language, and it helps a lot, believe me. Finally, I want to give you an extra tip, and it's listen and watch movies. Not only movies, it can also be series, songs, podcasts, videos, etc. But the idea is if you're learning a new word, then try to watch a movie that you think you're gonna find that word or that new phrase in that movie. And then try to recognize and see how they connect the new word, the new vocabulary in the context. You're gonna see how they connect it and how they use it, so you will be able to use it in your own context. So that's my final advice, is use it, use the new vocabulary, use all these tricks in your own life. Make real sentences. You don't have to invent everything. You can create stories, real life stories. I am sure you have an experience with a woman, with a cat. So create a story, a real life story, so you can use it in real life. Okay? So tell me if you liked these tricks, these tips, and if you have any questions, just write it in the comments. I really hope you liked this video. Like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and take care.